70% of girls are actual detectives when it comes to finding someone or something online. And I like to consider myself part of that statistic. That is why I don't understand when someone talks of being catfished. What do you mean you got catfished? How did you not do your due diligence to find out whom you're talking to a point where you get catfished? I never really understood this. And so this is the pride and the class to which I held myself until I realized I've actually been catfished before without even knowing the word. And here is the story. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Naomi. You're watching Naomi's Weblog. This happened back in, I had just joined high school. And the thing is, growing up, I didn't do much of the dating, like the kind you do when you're in primary school and high school stuff, because I was a literal bookworm. But still, my detective skills were A1. I really feel bad because I don't feel like I can really truly claim that now, knowing what I know. But they were pretty good. I was that girl. I was the messenger. Know how when there is one girl who likes another boy who is in another class, there's the official messengers who, pass down the two small notes and goes to tell them, ameniambia, amesema. I love that. I've always loved udaku from day one. So, being catfished, I could not, it never even crossed my mind. Another thing is, I never really did much of dating because this is actually the main reason. I was super afraid of my mom, and I felt that my mom actually had I still think she kind of did have the power. She knew literally everything that happened in my life, no matter where I did or how it happened. She knew it. And she was tough. And I wasn't going to take a chance of her knowing that I was dating or I was messing around with this boy or that boy. Plus also I was kind of... So for one, my mom was intimidating even to other people, which... That is a story for another day. And I was also not the easiest person to approach, to be very honest. Or maybe just no one ever wanted to mess around with me. And that's not the point. Point is, I had just a whole new level of confidence. And then what happens is, once you're out of primary school with the boys that you started with, then since you're not going to be seeing each other every day of the week, this is when they usually gather up the courage to start hitting on you. That boy that, oh my god, I have another story. I have so many stories. No, here's the thing. I went to Shags last week, but one. And I just remembered so many things that happened when I was growing up. Oh my goodness, I have another story. But that's the point where boys that actually never spoke to you actually started writing to you, saying hi and all that kind of stuff. Because, I don't know, I guess also the fact that they got circumcised probably felt that they grew up and came in. But yeah, that's what happened. So at this point, a few boys started texting me. I had also just got my first phone, which wasn't a smartphone actually. It was a Kabamba. It was that Nokia that had blue light. Was it blue? No, it was, oh my god, mine was fancy. It wasn't the blue or green light. It kind of had a white light. And then there was this part where I used to click on to go to the internet, which never really worked. Plus, I also don't really think I understood how the internet used to work back then, because growing up in Shags, there was no computer classes. You learn computer in high school if you take computer. Other than that, you have to wait until you complete high school to take computer classes, all that stuff. Anyway, yeah, so I had my phone. I was all nice and set, because before that, I used to give out my mom's phone. So anyone who wanted to talk to me would have to call or text my mom, and then my mom would be like, yeah, so hey, I felt I had got control of my life. I digress. Yeah, I started getting texts from guys. It was just like, just the small, Sasa, how are you? How have you been? All those nice things which kind of made me feel so good. I also remember something else about some of these people that started texting me. I wouldn't say this because she'd find out online and it'd be bad. Anyway, point is, now I was talking to boys and I was feeling really nice, but I still knew, or really deep down felt, I would not take this past flirting or anything. For one, because I just don't want the burden. Surely, like, tudapelekana wapi at this point in life. But also, I really was afraid of my mom. Most of these people that were talking to me are people I knew or people that I could actually trace. And then on this fateful day, I got a new text from this new number, whom went by the name Chris. So Chris started texting me, hi, who are you? This is my name, Nini. And then usually the first question that he used to ask back in the days, ulitoa wapi namba yangu? And I asked, and he was like, I got it from my friend, from your friend, Nini. I was like, who's this friend? And he was like, I can't tell you because they said that you'd be mad if you knew that they gave out your number. Nini, a whole back and forth. And so I was kind of questioning this person because I could not really trace where they came from. But most of the things that we continued talking about after the first awkward, hi, Sasa, how's your day, how's your night? Most of the stuff that we talked about was actual stuff in my life. So I kind of started getting my guard down, being like, you know what? This person might actually know me. And I was like, you know what? They actually might be nice people, because remember, I said this was my friend on the other side. So they pretty much knew me and they knew what I liked. So I was like, this boy is interesting. Because did I mention that this friend who catfished me was a girl who actually doesn't know that, oh, I guess this is when she finds out, if she watches this video, that I know she was the one catfishing, and that I knew through another friend, which kind of goes to tell you, if you're going to mess up, you're going to mess around alone. Like, because it's another friend who told me that this friend is the one who was texting me, and then I was so mad that I actually never told her up to now. Because here's another thing: if you mess around with me and I actually come up to you and I confront you at issue, thing is, it's done. We are done at that point. But if you mess with me and I don't react to it, now that's when you should run for your life. And you know how I remember this story? I was on Facebook, yes, and I saw her photo and I was like, we have some scores to settle. And then I remember this story. Point is, your girlfriends know your vibe. Your girlfriends know what kind of a guy you'd be interested in. Your girlfriends know what to tell you if they want you to be impressed. So this Chris was actually doing really, really good. It's the first time I actually started considering, you know what could my mother really do if I was dating someone? So I actually really loosened up to the point where I was actually telling him more stuff about my life, and I felt like we are bonding, yeah, back and forth, where he told me where he's from. But I have to give you props, girl. You did good. Because I'm telling you, I'm pretty good at getting cracks in stories. I am really good. I'm telling you, Chris's story, aka her story, was solid. Haikuwa na cracks. It did not. And he was so impressive. We were talking to a point where we were kind of almost talking about meeting up. This is such a huge deal, you should know. Because back then, sometimes having a boyfriend, or even just talking to a boy, no, actually, having a boyfriend, the most you do is chat over the phone. Especially if you met in a school game, or just those things where high schools go to other high schools, so you probably just exchanged numbers and you never meet again, but you keep on talking. When you go home, they'll write to you when you're in school, so that you can talk to all your friends and you look like the cool one who has a boy who's interested in them. So this Chris was so slick to a point where we almost got to, hey, we could meet up. And I started considering it. But then, during these holiday things, after you just join high school, is when you meet with your friends whom you went to the same primary school, and you talk about, hey, this is how my school is, this is what is new in my life. And then now this other girlfriend of mine, not the catfish, another girlfriend, we were hanging out and she's like, hi Jerry, so how is Chris? And I was like, what? I have not told anyone about this story, for one, because I was pretty mesmerized by this Chris person, and also because honestly, just I know how mushene just goes, like utamba, like ukiambia mtu mushene, it's just going to be like a whole story where the whole class knows about this person, and I haven't even seen this person. What if I tell my friends about Chris, and Chris turns out to be a kiatu? Like, I know beauty is skin deep, there's inner beauty and all that kind of stuff, but I want a cute person. I'm not even ashamed of it. I want a cute person. So I had to first of all meet Chris so that I can talk to my friends about Chris, so that we can analyze Chris. And then remember, another thing that I told you is, back then, my phone ilikuwa kabambe. It's not like Chris would have sent me his photo. So that pretty much was not an option. I had to meet him to know him. But now here I'm meeting with this friend who's like, how is Chris? And I'm like, what? How do you know about that? And then she laughed her ass off. Like, she just laughed hysterically. And I was like, what? Like, what's going on? And then she goes like, so have you figured out who Chris is? And I'm like, no, what are you talking about? And then she goes like, you know what? You know who Chris is? Chris is Anne. And I'm like, what? And then she goes like, yeah, Anne is one who has been texting you as Chris this whole time. And you won't believe this, because this texting actually went on for a long time. It went on for months. And I was like, what? Really? Are you serious? And then here, remember, I'm trying to save my face. Because, oh my God, I don't do very well with embarrassment. That's another thing. Like, I get over it very quickly, but I don't like being embarrassed. It just, you'd rather hurt me physically than just embarrass me. I don't like feeling seeming stupid. That's the thing. And she was like, yeah, it's Anne. And I was like, are you serious? Yeah. And then she actually did recap everything that Chris told me, and I was like, oh my God, it is her. Of course, I was like, oh really? Actually, I kind of knew this wasn't really a real boy or anything, but I didn't know who it was. So I played it off like, it's okay. Anyways, I kind of knew it wasn't like a real person, but I was embarrassed to the core. It was so embarrassing. And we did talk about that any further, because I'm telling you, I was super embarrassed, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna talk to her, the catfish now, about this, and I'm also not going to react to this friend about this story, because the fact that she told me who the catfish was, if I react, she's going to go and tell her how I reacted, and then she's actually going to start doing damage control now. And I was so pissed, I actually wanted to get back at her. But now it's like 11 years later, 10 years later, I've never done anything about it. I still think I'm actually going to do something about it, but I don't know what I'm going to do about it. Anyway, it's funny because I still hold a grudge because of that. It was child's play, honestly. She was just having fun. It's not like it was like a whole grown-up serious catfish situation. But deep down, I just feel like I cannot trust her anymore. And I also feel like I really need to get even, but that's my catfishing story. That's how it went down. I felt so stupid. I felt so stupid. I didn't feel bad that Chris wasn't a person, not in the least. But the fact that it was my friend and I fell for it, I was angry, I was pissed, I still hold a grudge. Well, I guess the fact that I've made this video and she might see it, I think I will let it go. I'm not promising I will not get you back, but I think it can be. And so much to the point where I am actually not even friends with her on social media and stuff. Like, honestly, I'm petty like that. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, guys, let's subscribe. And please, if you subscribe and if you're already subscribed, kindly hit that notification button so that you don't miss any new videos from my channel. Oh, and guys, this year we have vlogmas. So next month, get ready. Videos are coming at you every day for 25 days of the month. Thank you. Bye.